Good evening. Welcome to this edition of Northeast Diary. Here we bring you the latest developments from India's unexplored Northeast region. Friends, today is Makar Sankranti and this festival in Assam is celebrated as Magh Bihu. Bihu is celebrated with bonfires, feasting, fairs, art song and dance. In this edition, we will take a look at how people in Meghalaya are raising fish and cultivating vegetables at the same time. We will also visit the heritage village in Nagaland and see what makes it unique. The beloved festival of Magh Bihu or Bhogali Bihu is being celebrated across Assam today. There is much merriment in the air, and the aroma of good food being cooked in every household is perhaps tantalizing people all around. It is a harvest festival. It also marks celebration of the days when the days will start getting longer. Our Guwahati correspondent Manas Pratim Sharma tells us what makes this festival so unique.
Magh or Bhogali Bihu is being celebrated across Assam with traditional fervor and gaiety. Yesterday, Uruka was held on the eve of Magh or Bhogali Bihu, the post-harvest festival in a grand scale. People constructed meji across Assam made of thatch and firewood to be burned during the Bhogali Bihu. People gather around the meji to offer prayers by throwing a mixture of grains into the flames. Women in villages particularly grinded rice with theki, a traditional grinder, and prepared delicacies for family members and relatives. People have exchanged greetings and traditional sweets on this occasion. Governor of Assam, Professor Jagdish Mukhi, Chief Minister Sarvanand Sonowal, among others, greeted people on the occasion of the Bhogali Bihu. We spoke to the Bihu exponent, Ashok Bhattacharya, on Magh Bihu.
Uruka and Magh Bihu. When mercury is dipping in most parts of the country, Assam is heating up to celebrate Bhogali, which is another name of Magh Bihu. This important festival coincides with the Makar Sankranti, and it is marked by feast and bonfire when people gather around a bonfire, cook dinner and make merry. Bihu is basically a harvest festival. It has been a tradition to indulge in some games during Magh Bihu, and important amongst them are pot breaking contests known as Tekelibhonga, friendly wrestling and fights between people, rooster fights and buffalo fights. Bhelaghar and Meji are two significant components of this Bihu. Bhelaghar is a temporary night shelter used as a community feast hall, made of thatch, bamboo, straws, dried leaves, etc. People also set up Mejis with bamboo and wood pieces on the farmland or open spaces. The Mejis and Bhelaghars are set fair too in the dawn of Bihu day. With thousands of Bhelaghars and Mejis set up in towns and villages all over Assam, the set is all set to run into an eating spree, and if you are visiting Assam during the month of Magh, just ensure that you experience the taste of pitas and laddus.
Arunachal Pradesh, in order to promote organic produce and give a marketing platform to local food products of the state, Arunachal Pradesh Agriculture Marketing Board has opened the first of its kind, Arunachal Fresh Food Products outlet in Itanagar on Tuesday. A report from our Itanagar correspondent Rakesh Dole.
Arunachal Pradesh Chief Minister Pema Khandu inaugurated the first organic retail outlet, Arunachal Fresh Food Products, in Itanagar at Civil Secretariat campus on Tuesday. The outlet is a pilot project of the Arunachal Pradesh Agriculture Marketing Board. It would retail organic and fresh vegetables as well as other food products of local farmers from Arunachal Pradesh and other northeastern states. CEO of Arunachal Pradesh Agriculture Marketing Board, Okit Paling, has informed that the outlet is an attempt to promote local farmers and entrepreneurs as well as showcase the state's rich and organic potential in agri-horti produces. He said the only mode available for transactions in the outlet will be cashless.
Basically, marketing board जो हम लोग पहले से हम लोग जो मेन काम है बोर्ड का to promote यहाँ का local products. तो हमने ये idea शुरू किया है कि instead of buying their products and selling outside, why don't we give a platform जहाँ local products को एक जगह मिल जाएगा एक sort of अपना product market करने के लिए, because marketing board cannot afford buying and selling their products, इतना भी financially हम वो नहीं है, sound नहीं है, तो एक location जहाँ में ये आप जो यहाँ का local farmers group है, जो farmers है वो लोग आके अपना प्रोडक्ट को डिस्प्ले कर दे, उनका सेल हो जाए, तो ये हम लोग इसको लेके हमने ये शुरू किया पहले। तो उसके बाद अभी जो कोविड का समय आपने देखा है कि जो हम लोग का यहाँ का एग्रीकल्चर का क्या हालत है, बिकॉज हम लोग को तब रियलाइज हुआ कि वी आर टोटली डिपेंडेंट ऑन आउटसाइड स्टेट। तो हम लोग ये किया कि यहाँ का जो लोकल ग्रोअर्स हैं उनको एक तरह से प्रमोट करने के लिए ये इनिशिएटिव शुरू किया। अभी जो ग्रोअर्स है वो लोग आपको देखिए कि यहाँ एक जरिया है जहाँ से वो लोग मार्केट कर सकता है, तो उनको ये जस्ट उनको मोटिवेट करने के लिए भी शुरू किया।
ओके, और फ्यूचर में क्या प्रोस्पेक्ट है?
फ्यूचर में ये है कि हम लोग वंस हम लोग इसको जिस तरह हम लोग जो हम लोग का इसका मैकेनिज्म है, ये एक फ्रूटफुल सक्सेस मॉडल बनने के बाद इसको हम लोग आउटसाइड स्टेट भी, जैसे हम लोग दिल्ली में चीफ सेक्रेटरी सर बोला है कि दिल्ली में जो भवन है, अरुणाचल भवन है, वहाँ भी लोकेशन दे देगा, वो वहाँ भी शुरू कर सकता है। वंस ये होने के बाद हमारा प्रोडक्ट जो अच्छा क्वालिटी जब निकलेगा, जो पैकेजिंग है उसको और इम्प्रूव करके बाहर स्टेट में भी हम लोग अपना थ्रू मार्केटिंग बोर्ड का आउटलेट बना के वहाँ भी इसको प्रचार करेंगे और मार्केटिंग करेंगे। तो इंडायरेक्टली जो यहाँ के लोकल फार्मर्स है उनको इंडायरेक्ट बेनिफिट उससे ही मिलेगा।
Inaugurating the outlet, Chief Minister Pema Khandu said that the project gives a boost to the Arunachal Pradesh government's Mission Organic Value Chain Development Program, which was launched in the state in 2017. Mr. Khandu expressed optimism that his Vocal for Local campaign launched by Prime Minister Narendra Modi will benefit local farmers and boost their economy in a major way. For Northeast Diary, this is Rakesh Dole, Air News, Itanagar.
Situated on the outskirts of Kohima, Naga Heritage Village is Kisama, known as the Kisama Heritage Village, preserves the culture and tradition of Nagaland. The gentle slope at the base of a steep mountain peak is the venue for the famed Hornbill Festival. The Naga Heritage Village is designed in the form of an ancient Naga village to give an authentic feel of a true Naga village and the experience of travelling back in time.
The nomenclature of Kisama is derived from two villages, namely Kiguama, Ki, and Pesama, Sa, and Ma, which means village, on whose land the Naga Heritage Village is established and commissioned by the state government of Nagaland. Situated about 10 kilometers from Kohima, the Naga Heritage Village offers a panorama of nature's cheerful and hospitality of people. The objective of the Heritage Village is to protect and preserve ethnic cultural heritages by establishing a common management approach and comprehensive database for perpetuation and maintenance for promotion of tourism. It also aims to uphold and sustain the distinct identity of dialects, customs and traditions of all the ethnic tribes of Nagaland. During the festivities of Hornbill Festival, the Heritage Village serves as a healthy sign, vision and encouragement for uniting the various tribes of Nagaland to showcase their rich cultural heritage and tradition in one platform where one could have a glimpse and experience into the Heritage Village Kisama. The heritage complex consists of a cluster of 16 houses of each tribe, created in the indigenous typical architectural designs and concepts with significance. The tribal house is also called Morongs or Youth Dormitory. Colorful life and culture are a vital part of 16 officially recognized Naga tribes. They are different and unique in their customs and traditions. These customs and traditions are further translated into festivals. Songs and dances forms the soul of these festivals, through which their oral history has been passed down generations. Nature has been kind to the Nagas and the land by virtue of natural and scenic beauty and making it a tourist hotspot. The Heritage Complex also houses a World War II museum, Bamboo Heritage Hall, Bamboo Pavilion, Kids Carnival, Hortiscap, food courts and stadiums for live concerts and many more. The Kisama Heritage Village is not only a fun place to hang out, but also a place that you can learn more about the culture of Nagaland. For Northeast Diary, this is Asanyo from AIR News.
Aquaponics is a sustainable method of raising fish and vegetables at the same time. With this kind of farming, farmers can grow substantially more food with less water, land and labor in comparison to that of traditional farming. It is basically a system that combines conventional aquaculture, raising fish in tanks, and hydroponics, that is soilless plant culture. Aquaponics is considered a resilient farming system that provides wellness and better nutrition. In Meghalaya, the Manrega-led aquaponic farming system is being implemented on a pilot basis at Singtung village since September last year and is beginning to yield good results. To learn more about this, we go over to our Shillong correspondent Rustam.
What began as a pilot farming initiative under the MGNREGA in Sintung village of East Khasi Hills district in Meghalaya, the project is benefiting farmers in many ways. Aquaponics is used to sustainably raise fish and vegetables in a controlled environment, thereby generating year-round profit in any climatic conditions in a commercial farming venture. This type of farming can be practiced anywhere without the use of pesticides, herbicides and chemical fertilizers, and is totally safe and easy. Ripel Dakhar from Sintung village, who is taking up this farming method, lauded the efforts of the Community and Rural Development Department for bringing this pilot project to his village.
First of all, I'd like to thank the Department of CNRD for implementing this pilot project of aquaponic farming in our village. This aquaponic farming will help us in 3 different ways, like rearing of fish, cultivating of vegetable, and cultivation of paddy, so that if one crop fails, the other 2 will help us sustain our livelihood. Previously, we used to face lots of problems during rainy season or during winter season when frost and rain destroy our crop. But after implementing of this aquaponic farming project, we are hopeful that this technology will help us a lot in the years to come.
The department implemented aquaponic farming in this village to assess how it would help the farmers and accordingly will implement the same in different parts of the state if the results are satisfactory. It may be noted that aquaponics is an efficient way of farming, especially for a country like India, where farmers and farm-related problems make news every day. As climate change continues to pose a threat to farmers, adoption of aquaponics can be a sustainable way forward. This is Rustam for Northeast Diary from AIR News, Shillong.
Indian Himalayan Center for Adventure and Ecotourism, located in South Sikkim, is one of the centers of excellence for adventure tourism in Northeast India and the first of its kind institute in the region. Our Sikkim correspondent takes a detailed look at the center.
Located in the small village of Chimche in South Sikkim, Indian Himalayan Center for Adventure and Ecotourism seeks to encourage the youths to take up adventure sports as a profession and generate interest in exploring the nature. It was the first institute of its kind in India to conquer Mount Everest thrice within 4 years of its inception. The institute produced Sikkim's youngest Everest climber, Anand Gurung, who conquered the peak as a 22-year-old in 2013. Moreover, inclusion of ecotourism along with adventure makes the center unique among institutes of its kind. Administrator of Indian Himalayan Center for Adventure and Ecotourism, Rajiv Rai, speaks about the courses offered and the institute's achievements.
Indian Himalayan Center for Adventure and Ecotourism is an institute functioning under the Department of Tourism and Civil Aviation, Government Sikkim. The center is first of its kind in entire northeastern states. The institute provides high standard training on adventure and ecotourism. The institute is well equipped with all the latest equipments required for all the courses. The training section is headed by two-timer Everester Mr. Kaji Sherpa and supported by well-experienced instructors. We are pleased to inform that many students of the institute have already conquered the highest peak of the world, that is Mount Everest.
Indian Himalayan Center for Adventure and Ecotourism's yearly activities cover courses in mountaineering, rock climbing, trekking, skiing, mountain biking, paragliding and camping. The institute, which is funded by Asian Development Bank and operated by Sikkim government, has significantly contributed to exploring the state's numerous mountain peaks, glaciers, high-altitude lakes, rivulets and mountain passes connecting neighboring countries like Nepal and Bhutan, while also promoting sustainable tourism. With Saikat Sarkar, this is Namo Dikshit for Northeast Dairy from All India Radio News, Sikkim.
The nation has witnessed a big momentum of Jan Andolan to promote COVID-19 appropriate behavior and to break the chain of transmission of the coronavirus. Since the campaign is targeted for all people, it seemed a challenging task to carry out, particularly among the downtrodden people and certainly in rural and remote areas. However, the states and the nodal departments across the states have conducted the challenging task with no stone unturned. The way the Mizoram government has taken the initiatives for raising the awareness of its rural people is very encouraging. Our Aizawl correspondent Irene brings us more details.
When the Jan Andolan campaign for COVID-19 appropriate behavior launched on 8 October last year in view of the festivals and winter season, the state has initially faced some challenges. This is noted that the Department of Information and Public Relations has taken a key role to carry out the campaign in a comprehensive manner, along with the state media units such as PIB, All India Radio, Doordarshan and Regional Outreach Bureau. In this regard, Information and Public Relations Officer of Mizoram Government, Andrew H. Lalramruata, informed that
under the campaign, various government departments are identified and tasked to carry out certain activities. They have also sent weekly report of COVID-19 appropriate behavior has also been carried out 8 different local languages, which also covers all the minorities in the state. Appeals have also been made through public announcement systems in villages and localities, the towns and cities also. Due to the concerted effort from the government, NGOs, religious organizations and the general public, the state has done very well in terms of mortality, and Jan Andolan campaign will be carried on till the end of March 2021.
In the state, local influencers and church leaders have also contributed in spreading the COVID-appropriate behavior through social media like Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. The IPR department has distributed pamphlets in 8 tribal languages, organized talk shows and visual presentations in local TV channels over COVID-appropriate behavior. The local body council in every locality and village has also ensured that COVID-appropriate behavior is carried out in most essential gatherings like marriage, ceremony and funeral function. For Northeast Diary, this is Irene from Aizawl.
We now have an interview with Commissioner Secretary Mukesh Chandra Sahu on Assam tourism. He is interviewed by Manas Pratim Sharma in our section Personality of this Week.
Good evening, listeners. Welcome to Northeast Diary. This evening, we are joined by Commissioner Secretary in the Tourism Department in Assam, Mr. Mukesh Chandra Sahu. Sir, welcome to Northeast Diary. After the lockdown, the tourism sector is gaining momentum gradually in Assam. So, what's your plan to rejuvenate it?
Thank you. Yeah, it is true that due to the pandemic and the lockdown thereafter, most of the service sectors it were hit. But however, this pandemic effect is reducing slowly. But this is not the time to let our guard down against this pandemic. Still, we have seen that everything is now opening up. Unlock has already started, and most of the tourist sites, the cultural centers, they have also started opening up. People have started visiting. We have ensured that all the tourist locations where people visit, all the hotels, all the restaurants, they properly manage and maintain all the COVID protocols. So people who are coming to Assam, they should be very much confident of coming to this place. We are maintaining all the COVID protocols, and we are trying to convince everyone concerned that everybody should maintain the COVID protocols about wildlife tourism, adventure tourism, cultural tourism, religious tourism. You can come here and see the food habits, Northeast food habits, the clothes. There are so many things that people coming from outside Assam or even from different parts of Assam going to the other parts of Assam can see. So we are now gearing up
to counter the pandemic, and hopefully we will be able to now concentrate on the tourism sector.
And the tourism sector has a huge potentiality of employment generation. So what's your plan to contribute to Atmanirbhar Bharat through tourism sector in Assam?
The actual potential of tourism in Assam, nobody has yet been able to fathom. There is huge potential, to say the least. Even if we leave apart the people coming from outside Assam, even the local tourism has a huge potential in it. There are lots of sites that people come and visit. You know about Kaziranga, you know about Kamakhya, you know about Manas or Pavitura, all these wildlife places and cultural places. But in addition to that, Assam, every district of Assam is full of many historical ancient sites, many beautiful scenic beauty sites having scenic beauty, and every village has a history in itself. So people should come and visit, and the kind of employment that it is generating in the villages, in the rural sectors, it is amazing. There are direct employment by people who are running various transport sector or hotels or restaurants or tourist guides. They are getting direct opportunity, but indirect job opportunity in tourism sector is also very huge. So we are promoting, in a sense, Atmanirbhar Bharat through promoting tourism in Assam.
And those who are listeners now following our program, they must be eager to know that about the facilities being provided by government of Assam or by private players in the state, like near Kaziranga, near Manas or Majuli. So one of the thrust area would be the infrastructure development. So sir, what's your plan on this?
Yes, infrastructure is important, very important, and for tourism sector there are hard infrastructure as well as soft infrastructure, and we are concentrating on both the sides. To the hard infrastructure, we are giving facelift to various sites of tourist importance. We are improving on the road connectivity, rail connectivity, even air connectivity, those kind of things are there. We are working on the signage, so people going to various places, they can see the history behind those places. So hotels and hygiene and cleanliness, those things we are promoting as part of a hard infrastructure. But along with that, we are also working on soft infrastructure. We are trying to link up all our hotel industries, all our restaurants, all our various tourist sites which are of importance, so various categories, and we are trying to promote them as a circuit to tourists, either local or coming from outside. Suppose somebody has an importance on adventure kind of tourism. So what are the places they can plan in 2 days, 3 days or 1 week, that kind of tourism. Those kind of circuits we are working on. Then if somebody wants to see, say, what are the cultural heritage of Assam. So those kind of circuits we are also promoting. Religious tourism circuits we are promoting. So, and how can people just at one connect or one window, how can they come to a tour operator or tour planner and plan their whole activity during their stay in Assam? Those kind of things we are working upon. And I think that will be very helpful to the tourists that are coming from either from within Assam or from outside Assam.
And sir, we have mighty Brahmaputra, we have beautiful hills, beautiful terrains. So what is the possibility of encouraging adventure tourism, adventure sports in Assam?
That is in fact a huge potential for Assam. We have got all the infrastructure, the natural, the hills, the mountains, the rivers, the valleys, tea gardens, all those places we have, which we can use for promoting various kind of adventure tourism. There are professional agencies which are working on these kind of tourisms in collaboration with various departments. Sometimes it is forest department also, because these kind of tourism activities may be taking place inside forest areas. So adventure tourism we are promoting in a huge way, and people who are interested in spending their time in doing these kind of adventurous activities, going to trekking and interiors, those kind of things are being promoted through adventure tourism.
Another aspect is the branding and marketing. In pan-India, Assam is we have a good foothills of tourists from other parts of the country. But in international aspect, how do you see this part, like to promote Assam tourism in international arena?
Yes, branding is important these days. People need to know why they are coming before they start thinking of coming to Assam. So we are also building up the brand Assam with the name Awesome Assam. And through those brand building, we are trying to showcase all these facets of Assam which are unknown to outsiders, and which will generate curiosity for them to know more of Assam, and not just only to know more about Assam, but also to visit and come and see it. So with that activity in mind, we are creating a brand name called Awesome Assam, and we are promoting it.
And another aspect is the tea tourism. Assam is known for green lands, beautiful tea gardens. So how do you see that part?
Yes, I mean, people who have not seen tea gardens, if they see it, they will be just mesmerized. Not only just landscape, the green, the beauty, even staying in bungalows in a tea garden, it is just heaven. And there are tracks where you can even run horses. I mean, staying in a tea garden for 2 days, 3 days, or not only even tea gardens, there are oil sector also. Even going to those areas and seeing the oldest well, these are all something that we can do in Assam where no other state or no other place can offer.
Some listeners or other people in other country must be thinking, is it safe to visit Assam apart from the COVID pandemic in a law and order situation or other aspect, being in the northeastern? So what message do you like to convey to them?
Please come to Assam. It is totally safe. No need to worry. People are coming. Foreigners are coming. Indians from various other states are coming. People from Assam are roaming around here and there. It is totally safe. Please come visit Assam. Take memories back, and then you will be able to promote Assam in your own place from where you are coming.
Mr. Sahu, you have given us time. Thank you for the interview.
Thank you very much.
चलो मिलकर एक शुरुआत करें, चलो एक फैसला आज करें, मास्क नहीं तो टोकेंगे, कोरोना को रोकेंगे, चलो एक इरादा करते हैं, चलो खुद से वादा करते हैं, मास्क नहीं तो टोकेंगे, कोरोना को रोकेंगे.
In our heritage section, we bring you Tripura. Tripura has a bounty of natural resources that comprises a serene landscape with lush green heritage sites and rich historical and archaeological remains. Out of many heritage sites, one of the most enchanting areas is Chobimura, which may literally mean murals engraved on hilly mounds. In this episode, we will know more about this site, which is a heritage tourism site and offers visitors the treat of pristine natural beauty and rock-cut sculptures carved in the steep hill range. Here is a report from our Agartala correspondent, Reena.
The dense jungle, the river, caps and the rock-cut images blend to form a tourist destination, Sabimura, which is furthermore a heritage site. Sabimura is famous for its panels of rock carvings on the steep mountain on the bank of Gomati River. There are images carved of Shiva, Vishnu, Kartika, Maheshwara, Mardini, Durga and other gods and goddesses. According to Archaeological Society of India, these rock-cut images date back to 15th to 16th centuries. The Sabimura, which is 85 km away from Agartala in the southern sector, is covered with thick forest. Tourists can reach the main site of rock-cut carvings and caves only after trekking through these jungles. In fact, Tripura Tourism Development Corporation's efforts are behind in making this heritage site in becoming one of the most vibrant destinations. Talking to AIA News, Assistant Director of Tripura Tourism, Mrinal Kantidas said that
in Chobimura, you can find the sculptures in the steep mountain hills. And you can feel when you are riding on the boat, then you can feel that you are going to the Amazon River. In Chobimura, there are 32 panels. We are developing Chobimura as a favorite tourist destination. Very recently, we have given 3 20-seater motor boats, and more boats are coming. I think nowadays there is no problem for boating. In Chobimura, you can see the cave, then some waterfalls are there. We have provided their floating jetty and some speedboat also. And we have arranged there from our tourism department cottages. There are 3 cottages, double-bedded rooms. We have also arranged their cafeteria for fooding. And nowadays, Chobimura is coming up with a favorite tourist destination.
in Sabimura, a lot of mesmerizing effects may grab the mind of a tourist. The waves and sound of river water mixed with birds chirping along the serpentine waterway in the midst of hills and forests in both sides will open up the nature before the eyes. Sometimes
surprising call of wild animals may be heard near the waterfalls and caves. Sometimes the whole canvas changes to the very natural village life with the view of fishermen sailing by bamboo boats, or when some others are found on ferrying wood collected from the forest. Sabimura, seated at the vortex of forest, is an unusual prize of nature apart from its archaeological and spiritual perspective. For Northeast Diary, this is Rina Nungmaithem from Agatala.
With that, we have come to the end of this edition of Northeast Diary. Do join us next week to hear more stories from this enchanting part of India. Bye-bye.